to the Texans.
Oh
And
man.
the Texans are going to get Diggs, a 2024 sixth round, and 2025 fifth round pick.
Mm,
And the Bills get the Texans 2024 second round pick.
mm.
So, how excited are you for Stephon Diggs to be
I'm
joining the
very
team?
excited, man. I can't wait to see how he plays that chemistry. And he's he's still a young talent player, and he wants the ball. You know what I mean? And I feel like Josh Allen, he kind of was timid with them, like he'll catch him, but I don't think he fully trusted in Stephon Diggs as a wide receiver. Because you're a quarterback, you trust in certain players no matter what.
Well, and Allen led the league in interceptions this last season,
Yeah,
so that really says something. Considering Diggs is just like, yeah,
wide
I'm
open.
out of here.
It was just plays. He was wide open. That could have changed their situation. You know what I mean? But it's like I guess you don't want him to be the wide receiver to be the main player all the time. So, but yeah. Mm-hmm.
Even if the Bills had made it to the AFC Championship, I still think the Chiefs would have beaten
Yeah.
them in that
No, yeah,
game.
they would have still took that.
So I know people online were wondering if Josh Allen didn't need Diggs for success, and Diggs responded, "You sure?" And he was traded a day after that. Now looking back, how much did Diggs help out Josh Allen?
A lot. He definitely helped them out because I mean, who else on that lineup was really playing at his level? I mean, the guy's fast. He can get down. He's. It seems like it's hard to guard him. It seems like because they leave him wide open. So they kind of leave, like look at him as a aftermath type of player, but you can't do that.
And for people who aren't Bills fans, how many wide receivers can they name that are on that team aside from Diggs?
That can play up to his level. I mean, it's not a lot.
I know beforehand the Texans had wanted to get wide receiver Keenan Allen. Do you think that Diggs is a better choice?
Yeah, like I said, he's a young talent. He's gonna fit in perfectly with them.
I agree. And when you hear Stephon Diggs, you automatically think elite wide receiver.
Yeah. Oh
He's
yeah,
up
he's
there with
definitely top. Yeah, he's top 10, 20.
Tyreek Hill, CeeDee Lamb, all the
Yes,
greats.
all those guys. Yeah.
So, from the perspective of a Texans fan, who would you be most worried about next season? The Titans, Colts, or the Jaguars?
Um, I wouldn't. I guess I'll have to say the Colts. It's either between the Colts or the Jaguars because I know the Titans, since they lost Henry and they're rebuilding right now. I definitely say I say the Colts.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. The Colts with Anthony Richardson, he's going to be a handful for the Texans for a
Yeah,
long time.
I say the Colts for sure. Yeah.
So now, if C.J. Stroud was not on the Texans, which quarterback from the AFC South do you think would be the best fit? Would it be the Titans quarterback Will Levis, Colts Anthony Richardson, or the Jaguars Trevor Lawrence?
That's a good question. I would have to be. It would have to be between Will Levins, and Trevor Lawrence. But I know they weren't getting rid of Trevor Lawrence, so it would have had to been Will Levis.
Yeah, I have to lean a little more towards Trevor Lawrence myself, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that would be an interesting pick with his mobility as well as, how good
Yeah,
he is at
he played
throwing.
pretty good, especially that game against the Titans. But he had got hurt. But nah, he's still nice.
I think the most physically talented out of the whole bunch is definitely Anthony Richardson, but we need to see a little bit more production from him this next season.
Yeah, and I can't wait to see Will Levis, man. He was so tough in that game. I mean, he gave his everything. So I want to see him.
Yeah, that was one game from the 2023 season that kind of stuck with.
That really stuck out for the remainder of the season.
So what's pretty interesting is Trayvon Diggs, this is Stephon's brother and starting quarterback or cornerback for the Cowboys, missed his first chance to face off against his brother this last season.
Mm-hmm.
But there will be a game in Dallas against the Texans for the 2024 season. So if the brothers face off, who's going to be more successful, Trayvon or Stephon?
Man, that's gonna be a tough one. It really just depends on how the Cowboys are playing at the time. If they're on fire, I don't know. It might be. I don't know. I really can't answer that one.
I think it'll be a 50-50.
Yeah, it'll be a 50-50 for sure. Because I mean it's tough. Now, if the Cowboys are, they win loss, then it might be the Texans.
Yeah, Trayvon, when he was switched from wide receiver to cornerback by the legendary Nick Saban, actually called his brother Stephon in tears, saying, I don't know what's going on. And Stephon told him, look, just trust in the process and do what the coach tells you to do.
And not, he's like this.
Yeah, after leading the league in interceptions a few years back, he called Saban to thank him for the transition.
It probably made more sense for him. So, yeah.
And I know it's always fun to see them competing against each other on online videos in the off season. They'll train together. So
I can't wait.
It's always fun. Y'all let us know about how Stephon's going to look with the Texans.
Yeah, definitely.
And then up next, J&J Sports, coming to y'all with more in 2024.